Welcome back, this is Ballerscobo with more Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. I'm joined, as always, by my beta having squad of Fred, Olive, and Soap. When we last left off, we did what is, in my opinion, the hardest thing to do in Final Fantasy VII, which is get beta from Midgar Zolom the first time that you see him. This is not something that the game wants you to try to do, really. What the game suggested was that I get a chocobo so I could outrun the Midgar Zolom. I will show a couple other techniques for getting past the Midgar Zolom in case you do not want to fight him and you don't want to catch a chocobo, because catching a chocobo can be quite difficult and frustrating at times. But first, we need to go over a couple new limits that we got. Fred has gotten his first level 2 limit, which is called Blade Beam. Blade Beam hits one opponent, does a good amount of damage, then spreads out and does damage to everybody else, but significantly less than that first target. So it's a multi-targeting limit break. I love those. I'm gonna switch. This will pop up a little warning message for you. Basically what this says, because it's kind of hard to make out what it says, is that if you have your limit gauge half full, all the way full, anything in your limit gauge, when you change the limit level, it resets it all the way back down to 0. Luckily, I just used a limit for Fred, and he either died or got knocked out of the battle before his limit gauge could go up any higher, so he has nothing there. So we changed the limit now to limit level 2, so whenever he does have that limit gauge full, he can use Blade Beam, which is, I believe, more powerful against one enemy than Cross Slash. I could be mistaken on there. It's probably right around the same, but I believe Blade Beam is more. Olive also has learned a new limit, which is her second level 1 limit, which is Seal Evil. This paralyzes and silences your opponents, all opponents. It hits everybody, unless they're immune to it. The Midgar Zolom is immune to it, so you cannot use this in a battle against the Midgar Zolom. I really wouldn't recommend trying to do things that way anyway. Olive is great in a party, but you really need to use Healing Wind damn near all the time you're in a fight with the Midgar Zolom. With that said, if you do want to take on the Midgar Zolom and you do not care about getting beta this early on, you're just looking to get the experience, I would recommend that you bring Tank into your party. Because Tank has his second level 1 limit break, which is Mind Blow. This sucks away the opponent's MP. I believe you only need to do this once against the Midgar Zolom, and then the Midgar Zolom will not be able to cast beta anymore. That doesn't mean that you're going to win the fight, but it takes away the Midgar Zolom's most powerful tool, which is beta, which, if you're not prepared for it, will kill everybody in your party. And I'm not really prepared for it right now. Let's bring Olive back into the party, though. She needs the levels. Soap needs the limit, so we're going to keep the party just like this for now. So, how do you get past the Midgar Zolom without fighting it and without getting a chocobo? This is kind of a difficult thing to explain sometimes. But one thing that you can do, and I've never really been able to perfect this, is you can hang out here. You can try to run across from here, and you can actually make it without getting into a fight. You can outrun him there should you time it properly. I don't usually like this technique because you can't really see where the Midgar Zolom is, and you need him to be at the upper left before you get this started. I'm gonna take my chances though and make a break for it. We'll see where he ends up. Oh, he's way over there. Oh, this is looking good for me. This is looking really good. Am I gonna be able to make it? Yes, I am. Okay, so there you go. I got really lucky there. You just have to get the timing right, you know, drop a save and then wait and run. The other technique that you can do, and this is not something that I recommend because I've never been able to do it, is you can wait until he's close to you and you can bring up the menu and save. Now when you save and then you load that save, it'll respawn the Midgar Zolom in his starting spot, which, if I remember correctly, is the north corner of the swamp. And then when you'll be in the same position, but he'll have moved. I'm paranoid that he's going to attack me, and I'm not ready for it. Then you can run a little bit further, and then he can chase you down again, and rinse and repeat until you make it all the way across. So that's how you can do it without defeating the Midgar Zolom. If you really wanted to beat him, though, I would suggest Mind Blow from Bear or intense amount of level grinding, because I got lucky with the last setup. It took me a few tries to do it. Before I do move on, though, I do want to rearrange the party just a bit. Basically what I did was I just moved Fred and Soap back up to the front row. That is all that I really need to do. You can stay in the back, you're going to be using magic most of the time. So let's head into these mines here where we finally need to go. What? Oh dear Lord. Did Sephiroth do this? I don't know anybody else that could. Nobody. That is it. It's a power that we should respect. Damn right it is. Our enemy is someone that could do this? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Right through. Right through. God, is Sephiroth powerful. Let's go see if we can take him on ourselves. For the record, if you were to leave, actually, since they forced us to leave, you can see the Midgar Zolom still there. That one's always bothered me. I've never really understood that. You see him impaled on a spike, then you immediately leave, and there he is swimming around some more. What are you gonna do? But now we are in the Mythril Mine. Mythril Mine is a relatively short place, but I will say, isn't there something here? I'm getting ahead of myself again. This is a place that can be missed. If you don't do the stuff now, you might forget to do it, so I would suggest that you get every treasure chest here when you can. Of course, that's been true for a lot of other parts of the game, but it doesn't mean that this isn't different. We have new enemies here. We have crawlers and we have an arc dragon. Now the arc dragon does have an enemy skill that I would like to see, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it because I might kill them all off before that even happens. We're going to go from the square. Go Master Magic, like I said, especially this early on. Oh, wow. Okay, well he used it on the wrong person, but that is the ability we are looking for, Flamethrower. Hopefully he uses that already. I did heal him a little bit, but go Matra Magic. Like I was saying, or trying to say, Beta at this point is 2 MP heavy. Don't try to use Beta on random opponents like this. It's not worth your time. Use it on something more substantial if you have to. I probably won't be using it very much around here at all. But if we head over here, we can get an ether and a tent. Kind of a big build up for a tent, but tents are quite nice this early on in the game. Still kind of rare. New enemies or just more? No, we do have new enemies. What do we have this time? We have castanets. Castanets, I don't believe are the ones I'm thinking of. There is an enemy around here that I do want to steal from on top of that enemy skill that I want. I don't think these are it. 2-stage attack. That didn't seem to do much damage, so who cares? No, those aren't the enemies I need to steal from. So they can just die. Whoever you want to try to get the level 2 limit break, I would highly recommend you give them Matra Magic this early, because that's, of course, based on how many you kill, and Matra Magic pretty much kills everything. Here's where I'm looking for. It's kind of a weird little vine here that you can easily miss if you're not paying attention, but here you can get a very good materia. This is the long range materia, and I believe I want to put this on Fred if he has room for it. God. We can get rid of steel for you, and we can give you the long range. Long range means that I can move him into the back row, and he will do the same amount of damage. So hit whatever sword or whatever weapon anybody has, really. It will do just as much damage from the front row as it will from the back row. Of course, don't give this to somebody that can already attack from the back row, like Tank. Don't give it to Tank. That would be bad. You have room, don't you? You do. Here, you can steal now. Congratulations, you're moving on up in Thieves Guild. Can I go further up? No, I cannot. Are there going to be more Arc Dragons or possibly a new enemy? Just the same fight with the Arc Dragon. I was able to learn Flamethrower after that fight, just went for it on Olive right off the bat. I didn't have to wait around or anything, but I would have if I had to. Now we are free to move back around. Now, I don't believe there's too much going on around here, but you do want to head down here so you can get yourself a mine source. I'll hold on to that one for now. That is a magic one. I haven't decided who to use that on just yet, like I did with all the stuff that I gave to Fred. Now, I don't believe there's anything else around here that I want, but there is still an enemy that I'm looking for. Is this them? It is the Medujas. Did I already... Damn it. I already told my Stealer to attack. Okay, let's just try to kill this front guy here. Are you dead yet? Thank you. Now I can steal from the other Meduj. He only has one thing that I want. Damn it. Am I going to have to wait around until you can steal it? Damn it, so. Why don't you steal from him? Grab it. Alright, I'll be back. There it is. Stole the Grand Glove from him. That is what I was looking for. That is, of course, a weapon for Sheska. Let's see another sled fan here. Because he has smacked me enough to piss soap off. And down he goes. Are we going to be able to get the next limit break because of that, though? That took way too long to get that done. And a few levels up. But no new limit break, unfortunately. We are getting quite a bit of money as we move on. Right, there's nothing down here, which kind of makes me mad. But if we head up here, yeah, nothing. I'm always expecting more in this place. I'm waiting for somebody, sometime, to say, you missed something there. But there's never anything here. Just a second. Oh, crap. It's the Turks. Which means we do get to hear the Turk theme, which I am a fan of. By any chance, are you... Do you know who I am? Yeah, you're the Turks. Well, if you know, then this won't take long. It's difficult to explain what the Turks do. Kidnapping, right? To put it negatively, you could say that. But that's not all there is to it anymore. Murder? Extortion? Blackmail? You got anything to say, Rude? Sir! It's alright, Rude. I know you don't like speeches, so don't force it. Then Elena, explain. And we do have a new member of the Turks. Elena. I'm the newest member of the Turks, Elena. Thanks to what you did to Reno, we're short of people. Kicked his ass. Although, because of that, I got promoted to the Turks. In any case, our job is to find out where Sephiroth is headed, and to try and stop you every step of the way. Why us? Wait a minute. It's the other way around. You're the ones that are getting in our way. I don't know if those are asides to the camera when she turns like that. Elena, you talk too much. Mr. Sang. No need to tell him about our orders. Sorry, Sang.